Hello everybody, I'm Marijke Steeman-Kokkadelidou, child psychologist working in Greece with autistic children and their families. I would like to tell you more about speech development. For many autistic children, speech is not something they will acquire just like that. It needs work. Mostly because they need to understand how it works and they need to understand the usefulness of speech. Because, as I mentioned before in another video, it is not a matter of language as much as a matter of communication. The lack of need for communication, the lack of need of engaging with other people, first of all. So, we are interested in making the child see that communication is interesting and useful and effective. But in order to do that, I will tell you 3 steps. The first step, and the most important step, is that we have to show the child how important communication is for us and how much we like communication. We have to show the child many times during the day that we want a reaction from him, that we want him or her to say something, to show us something, to do something. So we have to be engaging with the child a lot. Of course, speech development is not something that will go by itself for many children, and it will not work with a tablet in his hand or a cell phone. Communication is always something between people. And for now, we will restrict the communication with the autistic child just with 2 people, me and the child, you and the child, to make it simple for him. And then we make it even more simpler for him if we restrict our communication to the needs of the child. Because, as I said before, we need a strong motivation. So first of all, we have to show the child how important communication is. Many times parents think that he won't understand, or in one way he understands, but in another way he doesn't understand. And so they can't even be bothered asking him or expecting a reaction from him. First of all, we have to expect a reaction to show him that is what we want. So the first step is our engagement with the child on a communication level. Then he will understand that that is how we engage with each other. So that is step 1. No tablets. Just one-to-one contact. Make it simple. A few words, not many, not all sentences, just some words that he will understand. Step 2. Please let go of your anxiety if he will ever speak or not. Of course, we don't know that. And I understand that you want it so much. Of course, I want it too. But the anxiety you have about this subject is putting a pressure on the child. And the anxiety the child feels, because he feels that, makes it less interesting, makes him want to go away from you. Make it joyful, make it light, Make it interesting. Make it effective. So let go of your wish to have him speak. He will speak, or he will not speak. That's up to the child, and that's up to his level, that's up to his possibilities. But anyhow, what you really want, is the communication with him. So, step 3 is expecting a reaction of the child. Now that we have the conditions right, we can expect a reaction from the child, maybe a word or another form of reaction, but that's what we really want. I would like to tell you the phases the child will go through acquiring language. First of all, he will only respond when the motivation is high. So if he is to say a word, he will only say the word if he needs that, what the word is about. Banana, water, chips, Smarties. We must be happy with that word and give it to him quickly. The second phase is that he might answer a question. Do you want a red one? A red Smartie? Somehow he will say yes or no. Maybe he doesn't know to say those words yet, but he will respond to that. Then we go a bit further. He might answer more questions. Do you want the red one? Yes. Do you want 2 Smarties? Do you want 1 or 2 Smarties? That's more difficult. Where shall I put the Smarties? In your hand or in your mouth? Questions, communication, going on and on and on, as much as he can have it, of course, because we don't want to lose the motivation of the child, never. And then at last, the child might answer a question and will answer a question when he's ready for it, without the motivation, just because I asked the question. Did I give you Smarties half an hour ago? Yes. Which colors did you eat? Red and blue. Without having the motivation of wanting Smarties. That is what we really want. I thank you for your attention. There's work to do. Success with it, and tell me if you like my videos. Bye bye. Have a good day.